Andrew here from Pure Chords, taking a look at the Pure Chords app. So in this video I'd like to show you another one of the features of this app, which is the modulation features. It's a number of features actually tied together. So first of all, you have a random button over here, and if you hit the random button you will notice immediately that it's moving all the sliders, both of the XYs and the buttons over here. And we also have an LFO that we can set to a certain BPM, whatever we want, corresponding to our track, our song, whatever. And we have a number of BPM divisions that we can set it to over here. And then you can also, if you go to the settings tab, for each and every single one of the controllers you can set whether you want them to be affected by the modulation or not be affected by the modulation, either to off both LFO and the random button, and either one of them. And you can quickly also reset all of your modulations over here. So let's, for example, confirm the settings. Now everything is going to be moving around. I have mapped the sliders and the XYs over to controllers over here. Just for the example, it's going to sound horrible because I just mapped everything just to show that everything is moving. So let's turn on the LFO, and we can see that every one of the controllers that I've mapped, so these would be, I think, the sliders, and somewhere here also the XYs are also connected to four of the parameters actually. And of course I can play, but yeah, as expected, it's a little bit too funky. I went a little bit too far. So you have extensive modulation capabilities. You can, for example, let's just say that you want everything to move with the LFO except the XYs for whatever reason. But you do want the XYs to move. You know what? You want one of them to move on the randomization alone, and you want the other one not to move at all. So you could just set it up like I did here, and now when you turn the LFO, the second XY is both of them aren't doing anything actually, but one of them is supposed to be working. Yeah, it's working when you're randomizing, and the other one was set to off, so it's not working at all. One thing to note about the LFO, as you can see, you're not choosing a wave shape. This LFO, what it is basically just a pulse sort of thing that is triggering the random button. So it's like a sample and hold LFO. Every single new LFO hit based on your BPM and your division, it's the same as you hitting the random button. So these are the modulation options. They provide, I think, a lot of fun and a quick way of doing stuff with this app. Thank you. See you in the other videos.